When you hear the word manager, a bunch of different images probably pop into your head. But what does that role actually involve? And what's the secret sauce that separates a good manager from a truly great one? Well, today we're going to open up the playbook and really get into the core mechanics of what makes management work. Okay, let's start with a story. Picture this. It's 1995. Two grad students at Stanford, Larry Page and Sergey Brin, have this brilliant idea for how to index websites. They tried shopping it around, but believe it or not, nobody was interested. So they were left with pretty much one option: build it themselves. And that little project? Well, it became a company you might recognize: Google. Fast forward just 2 decades, and that little university project was worth, get this, over $350 billion. It was dominating 75% of the entire US search market. I mean, that's just a staggering rise. So what was their secret? Now you're probably thinking, it's the tech, right? And yeah, of course, the technology was revolutionary. But the real engine behind Google's explosive growth wasn't just the code. It was a totally new way of managing people and their ideas. They built a system that could turn incredible innovation into reality and do it on a massive scale. So let's break down how that system actually works. All right, so that brings us to the big question. Let's forget the corner office and the fancy title for a second. What is a manager, really? What's their fundamental purpose? When you strip it all down, this is the core of the job. A manager takes all the resources a company has, we're talking people, money, equipment, information, all of it, and they channel it. And they do this through 4 key actions: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. So these 4 functions, let's think of them like a manager's playbook. And this isn't a one-and-done kind of thing. It's a constant looping process that they're running every single day to push the organization forward. And here they are: planning, organizing, leading, and controlling. The key thing to remember is that these are totally interconnected. You really can't have one without the others. Planning sets the destination, organizing builds the car to get you there, leading gets everyone on board and excited for the trip, and controlling, well, that keeps you on the right road. Let's look at each one a bit closer. Everything, and I mean everything, kicks off with planning. This is the blueprint, right? It's where you decide on the goals, like a CEO who wants to boost sales by 20%. And then you map out the detailed strategy to actually hit that number. Without a solid plan, everything else is just guesswork. Okay, so you've got the blueprint. What's next? Well, you've got to build the factory. That's organizing. This is where a manager arranges all the resources and activities, draws up the org charts, and makes it super clear who's responsible for what. It's all about creating a solid, coherent structure so that the plan can actually be put into action efficiently. But, the best plans and the most perfect structures were pretty useless without people. And that's where the crucial human element comes in: leading. A leader's job is to guide their team, to motivate them, to inspire them to hit the company's goals, not because it's just in their job description, but because they actually believe in the mission. And last but not least, we have controlling. The best way to think about this is like the manager's dashboard. You're constantly monitoring performance, kind of like how an airline obsessively tracks its on-time arrivals. And you're comparing that real-time data against the original plan. This lets you make corrections when you need to, or, hey, double down on what's clearly working. So you might be thinking, okay, I get it. Just follow the 4 steps. But it's not quite that simple. Real management isn't just a mechanical process. It's a delicate balancing act. It's often described as a mix of both a science and an art. See, on one side, you've got the science of management. It's all about being rational, objective, using hard data. But data doesn't always tell the whole story. Quick example: when Starbucks first came to New York, all their research said drip coffee would be a huge hit. Instead, people were lining up around the block for espresso. And that's where the art of management comes in. It's about intuition, experience, and good old-fashioned gut instinct. And that's why this idea is so powerful. At the end of the day, the very best managers know when to follow the spreadsheet and when to trust their gut. Mastering this incredible blend of art and science is what really separates the good from the great. So if you're going to master this blend of art and science, what do you actually need in your toolkit? What are the practical, must-have skills we're talking about? Well, it really boils down to 5 core areas. You need technical skills to understand the actual work being done. You need human relations skills to lead the people doing it. You need conceptual skills to see the big picture, decision-making skills to navigate it, and this one's huge: time management skills to juggle it all without losing your mind. And hey, don't sleep on that last one: time management. For a CEO making, let's say, $2 million a year, every single wasted minute costs the company about $13. Think about that. That's why managing time, avoiding pointless meetings, getting through paperwork, cutting out distractions is such a critical skill. Okay, let's recap. We've got the functions, we've got the skills, and we've got this whole art versus science balancing act. So how does a manager pull all of this together to actually navigate the real world? The answer is one word: strategy. Strategy is really the master plan. It's the bridge that connects those big, high-level company goals to the actual, concrete things people need to do every single day. It's about getting the entire organization aligned with its environment so it can keep a competitive edge. And one of the most classic tools managers use to build that strategy is something called a SWOT analysis. It's a really simple but super powerful framework. You look internally at your company's strengths and weaknesses. Then you look externally at the opportunities and threats out there in the world. The goal is to match your strengths to the opportunities while making sure you protect your weaknesses from those potential threats. It's a fundamental way to make smarter, more strategic choices. So when you think about it, management is all about trying to create some order out of chaos, right? It's about finding direction when everything feels uncertain. Managers set the goals, they formulate the strategy, they build the teams, and they monitor the progress. But in a world that's constantly changing, the greatest challenge is still there. Can you ever truly control what's coming next? And that's a question every single leader has to answer for themselves.